Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. I started this stream with our hit song, I'm Not Your Dragon, because Blake Lively, you will not be dragging my name. I don't care if you serve me or not. You will not attempt to destroy my journalistic integrity with your shenanigans. I am still floored by this, guys. I am legitimately floored that this woman, legitimately, here, I shit you not, I have been served by Blake Lively. Here it is. You are subpoenaed. Look at this. Look at this. Sorry, you can't see. Blake. Anyway, my camera focus. I have a digital copy as well. Blake Lively has officially said, and Ryan, let's keep it clear. They both did this, and I'm shook. I'm shook, not because they got me and I'm worried and I'm nervous. No. I'm shook at how delusional they've gotten. And we're going to talk a little bit about it. I'm not going to get into as many details today, but I wanted to reveal this. We're going to have another stream with my lawyer tomorrow, and I'm going to explain what's happening. But I wanted to do a stream today to sort of just share how effed up this is. Like how insane, in my opinion, Blake and Ryan are, and how desperate they are, because what they're asking for is ridiculous. And they're trying, the reason I believe they're doing this is they're trying to muddy the waters to make myself, Candace Perez, all of us seem like we are paid shills who are, in on it. And how dare I've seen the narrative. It was growing before even this happened, before TMZ alerted me of this. Let's take a step back for those who don't fully understand. This all broke via TMZ. TMZ was the first person that emailed both Candace and I. Candace and I've never spoken to Candace, full transparency, never spoken to Candace before. I've watched on and on. I don't agree with some of the things she does. I really love what she's done with Justin, and I respect what she's built. She is no joke. And she has been crushing it on this topic. So I support her in this. And when this all happened, I messaged her producer to reach out to sort of share notes, because I'm like, what are they doing? Did you get subpoenaed? Yada, yada, yada. And neither of us have gotten subpoenaed. So both of us have now revealed to you through our own YouTubes, who would have told TMZ first? How did TMZ notice first before even my process server did? Make that make sense. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Plus, it's just so weird because as we go through this, I want to spotlight something TMZ is showing. Oh, look at this. In fact, popular YouTuber via his channel who claimed the exclusive featuring Baldoni lawyer Freeman's statement. No, my exclusive was Ron Zambrano and Melcher talking about it. And it did seem, I did notice, no one's I learned after the video that no one else had published the statement yet, but we're going to come back to that. But they're trying to make it sound like because I have a statement that's quoted. So who do you think I got the statement from? It literally says it on screen. It literally says it on screen. So they're making that seem like it's shady because I got an official statement from Justin's side, from Brian Freeman. That's shady now? Is that not journalism? I'm confused. Are we supposed to go back and TMZ, who came after me, has the same statement? Brian Freeman tells TMZ they are providing. This is the same statement I have. Can you make this make sense? People Magazine. Please, somebody make sense. Brian Freeman tells People, announced they were not submitting amendments. The court's decision to motion dismiss. A statement shared with People. This is literally the same statement I shared. The same statement I shared. But for some reason, both the subpoena and TMZ and other outlets are attempting to make it look like, with this little screen cap, that I'm somehow in shenanigans with Team Justin, that I'm somehow in cahoots with them. And then now an implication that I'm paid by them. I'm in a contract with them. Take a moment to really digest what that implication means against independent people like myself, who, I will say it again, I'm in contract with nobody. Nobody pays me to report. Think about that for a moment. How messed up this is. This is bigger than just a subpoena. Now, I've been deep in this case because I'm creating a documentary. For those of you who don't know, we are making a documentary. It ends with justice. This documentary starring Justin and Blake, sleuthers, experts, people who've talked to them, who knew them, crew members. That's what this is about. So I've put this out there. I haven't hid this project. We've been promoting this project. Our trailer is out now and shows that we have crew members that are literally not using their names, that are wearing masks. I go back. If you guys haven't watched the trailer yet, I highly urge you to watch the trailer. But let me just reiterate again. Like, I want to do a screen cap. This crew member is literally wearing a mask. She's literally wearing a mask. Why? Because she's terrified of Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Now, technically, one could argue, as they're asking me, any conversations you've had with any Wayfarer parties, technically, one could try to argue, Blake, etc., that this poor lady is a Wayfarer employee because she made a movie produced by Wayfarer. But she was in no way, like, worked for Justin. She was an independent contractor, was just hired into this movie and had no allegiance to anybody. She just wanted the truth to come out because she was seeing it and she felt like, well, this isn't right. This isn't what happened. This woman's a whistleblower who stood up against the powerful Ryan and Blake, as have countless others who have reached out to me. And now, I want you to understand what they are now demanding, that within like a few, less than a month, I have to provide any mention of these people I've ever engaged with, and they want all correspondence with them. Well, like I said, I'm not going to say a lot. I'm going to talk more with Nate, but I will say this. No. No. Not on my watch. And that's not because I'm afraid or because I'm hiding things. No. We'll talk about that tomorrow as well. No. You are not going to make me lose my credibility in this industry as a journalist and as someone who has made personal contracts with whistleblowers who wanted to speak up against your powerful tactics and try to make it play like I'm the shady one. Not a hell on my watch. That is not happening on my watch. This is insanity. This is so much bigger than me. This is so much bigger than Justin and all of it. We just watched the Diddy thing go down, and I got to be honest, I feel so dirty by it all. He was charged with RICO. It was clear as cut as day. Even if you want to argue about the consent, which I've been arguing with so many people, they found him guilty on one of the indictments of RICO, and then they just ignored the fact that he was distributing substances, which those two alone make him guilty of RICO. So you could argue all you want all day long about the other ones, which I would argue he still was proven of, but they let him go. How did this happen? How did that happen? How is all this happening? I tell you it's happening, in my opinion, because the shady, powerful people are trying to stomp on all of us. They want to silence us. They want to bankrupt us. They want to control everything. They want to be able to get away with that type of stuff later. Nothing is right anymore. I don't even know what to believe. TMZ is literally bought and paid for, it seems, by Blake Lively. You're coming at me wanting to know who my sources are. Who tipped you off, TMZ? And how dare you have the audacity to try to come and point at us? And we are threats to TMZ. Candace, Perez and I, and all Zach and Donna, Elrich, like we are threats to them. Chersty, we are threats to TMZ. That's why they're calling us out. They are teaming up with Blake because they control the media. This isn't conspiratorial. This is facts. They are now powerful bullies threatened by independent journalists who are actually not paid for or bought, which we're not. And that is the problem here. So I am here to announce publicly for all to hear, there is not a chance in hell that I am going to give them what they're asking for. Not because I'm afraid, Blake, you're going to spin it that way, but because I am going to stand up for the freedom of press, and the same one that you stood up for when Marvel got squashed, when Disney got squashed, when you tried to get Taylor Swift squashed, and they're not journalists. They're not journalists. Now you're going to come after the journalists and expect us to just kowtow to you? Oh, yes, Miss Lively. Yes, Mr. Reynolds. Anything else you want? Bullshit. It's not happening. You can take your stacks of money and you can come after me and you can stomp me all day. And if I'm destroyed by you, so be it. I would rather be destroyed by you and stand up for the right thing than bow down, give up my sources, and become a hypocrite. It is never happening. This is something I will go to war for. Literally, I would sign up to be enlisted to protect my right as a journalist, to protect my sources and have independent free press. This is something we can never give up. I don't care what side of the political spectrum you are. This is something we should all be on top of together. So this is where we're at. This is going to be a long fight. This is not something I'm just going to, I am currently in the midst of working with attorneys. I am now hiring Florida-based attorneys. I am taking this hella seriously, and I'm going to maximize this, monetize this as best I can, because I don't have the stacks of money that Ryan and Blake have. They think that they can just shut us up and scare us with federal subpoenas and throw their money around. And no. I am here now, and I haven't done this in a while. I have not attempted some GoFundMe, and I'm sure Team Blake's gonna be all, of course he's rallying for money. Look at this scumbag, blah, 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 blah. They can say whatever the hell they want. We have now started up a give and go. Give, send, go, sorry, is what it is. This is a give, send, go. I don't know if you've got, this is the more politically correct version of GoFundMe, where they don't really have the same kind of political decisions, etc. But I would be sharing this in the chat. Mods, please help. You can help here. This is no joke. I hate to do this. I really don't want to do this. And I don't ever really, I haven't asked for a while. Typically we're like, hey, you get shirts. You'll get your name. I want you to buy something. But this is now becoming something different. This is becoming scary. And yes, now I do need your help. Yes, now we do need your help. And this is could potentially be a very costly thing. So I'm only looking for 10 grand right now, just to get ahead, to get the right attorneys, to ensure that we do this right and do it. Any extra funds, if I'm able to squash this quickly and it goes, those funds are still going to be good use. They're going to go towards the production, which is now obviously going to need to be adjusted and reshot a little bit with more experts. It's going to cost more money to do it. So look, I don't like to beg. I'm not trying to beg. If you don't have the means, I get it. But I want to be always transparent with you guys. This cost Blake a lot of money. This cost Blake a lot of money to go send to me, Candace, and Perez. They have it. I do okay. I'm not going to lie. I'm not broke by any stretch of the imagination, but I shouldn't have to go broke fighting a lawsuit for this because the rich and powerful want to do it. We should all be able to do this now. So I implore, if you are willing and able and able just to throw a couple bucks in our feed, this would make me so much more relaxed in my fight towards this, to ensure that they can see, no. We can fight Goliath too. We can fight back, Blake and Ryan. And you did this. I would have never had to GoFundMe for any of this without this threat that's now around me. Because look, it's no joke. This is a federal subpoena. This is federal subpoena. I'm in Florida. She's in New York, but they're using California. Make all this make sense. I'm going to make it sense with my attorneys. I'm talking to some fantastic attorneys, including Nate, the lawyer, who's been assisting me. But even Nate was like, let's make sure we do it locally as well. Let's make sure we get the proper people to ensure we cross the T's, dot the I's, and fight this back as proper as we can, to ensure they get nothing. And not only will they get nothing, but I'm going to point out the hypocrisy and just disgustingness that they are attempting to imply to muddy the waters, to once again try to play like we are paid by Team Justin, as if we are colluding with Team Justin, as if because I got a statement from Brian Friedman that was official, that every other major news outlet got, now I'm suddenly shady. Piss off, you cowbag. That's not how that works. That was journalism. And I will reveal this as well. I've reached out to all parties. I have spoken to people on Blake's team, and they know it. So I don't understand what they're doing here. I won't give up them. I won't give up anybody. If I give up a single source, I'm dead in the water. No one will ever trust me again. No one will speak to me off the record. No one will come blow the whistle. This is ridiculous. And it was so scary, is they're going to try to paint it like I'm shady. Oh, look at Andy's in cahoots. I've seen people talking about it, the Blake Lively supporters. Oh, if they have nothing to hide, just provide it. Yeah, right. Why doesn't Blake and Taylor provide all their text then too? Why doesn't TMZ? It's massively hypocritical. It is absolutely ludicrous, and I will not be pushed down by these bullies, these rich and powerful bullies, to attempt to silence us. It's not happening on my watch. I will do whatever I got to do to fight this, to push this, to make sure that we are not stopped, that we can continue to report the way we need to report. And I think you all agree with how important that is. because this is something that should terrify all of you. That now they can come out there and attempt to just sort of scare the whistleblowers, scare all the people who are speaking out against powerful people. Well, who is it? Which crew member was that talked shit? That's none of your damn business. You don't get to know that. You don't get to know that. And then you're going to pretend like we don't get to see your medical records and things when you're like, oh, it's so just emotional stress, but I'm not going to give you my medical records. The way she's handled this, as if like everybody should give her everything. Everybody needs to give her everything because this is an SH claim and I'm a woman and this is me too. And you better all give it to me or else. But then everything else she fights and is betraying her trust. And now journalism, free press, we're now at risk. No. I wanted to make it clear as day, as loud as I can. No. Now, I'm going to properly respond by my cutoff date with the proper legal no. That's going to happen. And we'll talk more about that tomorrow with Nate. We'll go into more details, etc. But I thought it was imperative for you to see the fire in me and how shocked and just aghast I am at the I can't even believe how delusional these two think they are. With their stacks of money around now, just sort of like, yeah, okay. Oh, look, he has a statement. He has a statement in there. Where'd he get that? Where'd he get this? Oh, he must be working with them. He must be working. No, I've become a very legit journalist. I've become a very popular journalist. I've become a popular news outlet that many people watch, as has Candace, as has Perez. People have become to trust and listen to what we say. That doesn't mean we're shady. That means we do our jobs. It means we're clearly telling the truth. They want to stop the free press. They think they have the right to do this. This is the same people who went to the New York Times early to make a narrative, and the New York Times was like, yeah, let's do this. The New York Times wasn't like, well, wait, we should actually talk to Justin. We need to hear Justin's side as well. We're going to give them as much time as we gave you. No, they didn't give a shit about that. Why? Again, the rich and powerful control everything. That's what this documentary is turning into. It's like the accusations, what happened on set, all of this is just sort of secondary to the fact that Justin has uncovered a hornet's nest of how corrupt, how insane Hollywood is. Like, and I have said this before, so I'll say it again. This is even in addition to the lawsuit. People have told me, real sources have told me, and I'm never going to give them up. Real sources I trust have told me that they don't believe Blake and Ryan at all. They know Justin's in the right, but they cannot afford to turn on Ryan Reynolds. He's making them too much money. So therefore, they can't turn on Blake Lively. That is the reality of what's happening right now in this whole thing. I absolutely believe it. I've seen it. And it's not happening on my watch. And to think that TMZ is not somehow, I'm not going to say they're on the payroll. I don't want to go that far, but I do want to thank Ari Emanuel, the agents, all these people that are in charge that Ryan's connected with through his sponsorships, his companies, everything else. There are so many relationships where they're all helping each other out that they are able to cover shit up like nothing I've ever seen. It is wild. And people are afraid to turn on them. People are terrified to turn on Ryan and Blake. So I've managed with our, you can guess how hard it's been to get these people to come forward and speak out, to do the right thing. It's been incredibly hard. It's still hard. They're trying to make it even harder for me because we're still in production trying to finish things. And now you can imagine how this makes other people nervous. Well, that's why I wanted to make this so definitively, loudly, as much as I can. Any source who's ever come to me, I'm going full camera on this. If you are a source, if you are a crew member, if you've come to me in confidence, you are not going to be exposed by me. Never on my watch. It's not ever happening. I've lived through enough of text sharing and gossip, blah, 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 blah. No, I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. In fact, I'll say it. I got no issue with Candace, but I didn't know she was going to start showing text messages. But whatever, it's okay. I mean, he did say, let me share with her, whatever. But I don't want to share any of that. It's not my damn business. I'm not giving them anything. This isn't their, they don't get to have that. Again, not because I'm afraid, but because this is bigger than that. Once you give up one, you got to give it all up. And there's stuff I will say, like, I am not afraid in the slightest. I am not afraid in the slightest. But my point is, They are trying to make us look shady. They are trying to make us look like we are colluding with him, like we're paid, like we're in a contract. And that is effed up. All because you got some bad press and you couldn't just apologize to Charity. That's what this is about. Like literally, I didn't report on this until then. There was some gossip about Ryan and the movie, and I made a video that no one really cared about. And then the Charity thing came out, and I was like horrified at Blake's behavior. Parker Posey's too. And it all sort of boiled up, and we're like, man, Blake Lively is not very nice. And then it was added to the fact that she couldn't just support DV. She had to like promote her brands like she was Ryan Reynolds. And it all exploded in this way where I'm just like, what is this girl doing? If she had come out and apologized to Charity, if she had done what Anne Hathaway did and actually had her PR team do the right thing and say, oh my gosh, I watched that interview back. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I treated you like absolute crap. I was having a bad day. I was really frustrated. All this happened. Would you give me the grace of allowing me to have you come back, do an interview with you again and apologize to you? I would like to give you that time. I'm so sorry I did it. That's what a real person does. And she couldn't do it. She couldn't do it. And we're supposed to believe that's a retaliation campaign? That Charity's been holding out a interview from an old Woody Allen movie from like multiple years ago, way before us, and she was just waiting for the moment for Justin Baldoni to call and say, hey, Charity, now's the time. Drop your video. I mean, Blake, you are so dumb. This is ridiculous. You are losing this. You made this so much worse than you needed to. And yes, Anne Hathaway reached out to Charity, apologized, and said, I'm going to bring you the next junket. Anne Hathaway has had a lot of bad press with people. She has a much better PR team that has helped her reevaluating it. So no, I want to scream it from the rooftops again. Yes, the answer is yes, it's true now. TMZ and everybody else who knew before me, I have been served. I have been subpoenaed by Blake. We'll go through it. My answer is no. You are not getting anything. F off. Not on my watch. Not a chance in my life. I will never give up a source. And you are not getting anything from me. If I have to be held in contempt, then I guess I'm going to jail because I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it, guys. And I hope you will support me on this and understand where I'm coming from because this is bigger than me. I can't back down on this. And I won't back down on this. And she's only riled me up even more because I am just in shock at the levels Ryan and Blake will go to try to save face. Take some damn accountability, you two. This is horrifying. You two look insane and desperate, and everybody in town knows it. And you're only as good as your last movie and everything else. All it takes is Ryan Reynolds to have a few bombs. That's no wonder. Have you heard his latest? I'm not going to be acting anymore. I'm only going to be writing and producing. I wonder why. I wonder why. He knows how tough it is right now in the industry. And if he has a couple bombs, he's not nearly worth what he thinks he's worth now. So they are very on top of what they're doing. And they're being so crystal, and they know they have some power. And so they think they can walk over all of us. But no, they will not walk all over me. I'm not your dragon. Nobody's your dragon anymore, Ryan Blake. In fact, you all, I hope, will step up to become Popcorn Planet Dragons to stand up against these bullies because we need your help now more than ever. And so again, I hate to ask, I'm sorry. I know it's tough out there. Everybody's got something, but if you have the means and you are able to step up, I'm pasting the link right here. I would be so grateful for some of you to help donate. Look at that. Oh my gosh, we're almost at $1,000 already. You guys are so incredibly generous. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, throw a 10 in there. We got almost 5,000 of you watching. If all of you threw in the $2, we'd be done. So dragons activate. Go Planet Dragons. If you agree with what I'm saying, if you are just as mad, you want to roar with me, and you want to fight back against these rich, powerful celebrity bullies, now is your chance. We need your help now more than ever to fight back, to continue with our documentary. It's not going anywhere. We will continue to fight this more and more. And in fact, we are live. We are live. Look, I got a lot of you watching right now. I'm hoping, please don't go anywhere. I want to show you the documentary trailer. I want you to watch this again because I firmly believe she wants to know what crew I'm talking to. This is my theory. But I want you to know what's actually at stake. I want to share this with you while we're live here. If you haven't seen it already, you can share it. It's on the channel. Go look up It Ends With Justice trailer. I want to share with you all because this is what's at stake, the truth.
The new It Ends With Us feud rumors. Is there some kind of rift between the cast?
Justin allegedly made Blake feel uncomfortable on set, or specifically her postpartum body.
I think Blake Lively's ready to direct. That's what I think.
Justin Baldoni just hired Johnny Depp's crisis PR person. Yikes.
Other fans believe that the movie's promotion hasn't addressed the real topic of the film.
So grab your friends, wear your florals, and head out to see it.
A book about DV?
Grab your striped pajamas, because you're not going to want to miss this.
Why are we using a movie about domestic violence to promote your hair brand?
Blake Lively released a line of booze for It Ends With Us.
We brought together florals and flavors. This isn't one of Blake's business ventures. This is domestic violence.
Why is Blake Lively turned into such a mean girl?
Congrats on your little bump.
She had no good reason to say it back to me. It was only to be, mean.
Blake Lively shocking Hollywood with a new explosive legal complaint.
Documents that we've obtained reveal what really happened.
I feel like I want to throw up because Blake Lively was sexually harassed by Justin Baldoni.
When I saw that Chesty was involved in the story, I woke her and I said, this is going to be bad for you. It's implied that Chesty has been paid to help smear Blake Lively.
I fell for the smear campaign. That's how much I believed her complaint. Until he came out with his.
Actor-director Justin Baldoni is now suing Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds.
He came with the receipts. Everyone started to see, okay,
she's lying.
When I went into meetings, I would just seem like I'm just there to be the actor. I wouldn't reveal that I actually need to have authorship in order to feel fulfilled. So I think that for them, sometimes that might have felt like a rug pull.
Exactly. That's toxic. And now immediately there are trust issues.
Having this meltdown over being asked how much she weighs, as if this was some kind of attack on her, shows their shallowness and entitlement.
If the harassment is the bigger issue, why don't we have a single copy of an HR complaint?
So your husband knew you were being SH'd at work and he just sent you off every day without sending a check-in text?
What was shocking to me was the amount of power and control that Blake Lively was asserting over the edit and over the film.
You, the employer, the people with power, are now supposed to protect me and protect me from retaliation after them. She got that stuff. Not only did she get that stuff, but she got more power on top of it.
You're blocking my camera.
Sorry.
Thank you.
It's Justin the one who suffered.
Hollywood is not as big as people think it is. It's a small community, and the first people to talk are the crew. And I have yet to hear from anybody in the crew through the years that I've been working. Nobody has said anything against Justin.
I believe in my heart, after reading all of these documents for hours and hours, that Justin Baldoni is being unfairly targeted for something that can ruin his life.
So many women around afraid to speak. Fear is by design, and it's the women who have had the ability to use their voice helped me in my fight for the world to be safer for women and girls.
That's it. Do you see the irony in that, given that you, as a woman who was there, is wearing a mask right now to share the story about what happened?
Gosh. It almost feels dystopian.
You've had people reach out from all across the board on this film, potentially that could help, and they're out of fear of their own careers, not willing to step forward.
1,000,000%. Nobody panic.
You are making such a mess.
There we go. How does that look? Now, honestly, I don't think she wants this documentary made. We are still very deep in the post-production. We're actually going to be doing a new round of shooting because of all these updates, because of Justin's being put away. Now with me getting subpoenaed, you bet your butt I filmed me getting my subpoena. My subpoena person knows he's in the documentary now. This has now gotten even bigger than me. So that the pressure's on. I thrive in the pressure. We are tentatively still planning to get at least the first round of episodes on the 7th is my goal. This is going to be a multi-part series. And so stay tuned. These are going to be, like half-hour, 40-minute episodes. And we anticipated this to be a 4-episode series, breaking down the whole process, the timeline, what happened, So you guys really can see it all. The influencers, the TikTokers, Donna and Zach and Elsrich, and we're going to get Melanie and so many others, Lauren and so many others are going to be interviewed, if they haven't already, to be part of this piece. So I'm trying to also now get Candace. Thank you, Blake. I hope to get Candace involved in this as well, because, and then even more crew. We're in the midst of doing another round with crew. And I genuinely think she knows this. She knows this, and she wants to silence the people who are stepping up to speak out against her. She can't handle it. I genuinely, they are. How do you not get worried about this when you know nothing happened on set, Blake? How do you not get worried about that? So yeah, when she sends me a subpoena asking me, it's very specific. She wants to know all the Wayfarer people, any person connected to Wayfarer that I've ever engaged with, and some other details and things since May 20th, 2024 to present, which is also weird to me because it's like, I thought the retaliation campaign was in 2024. Isn't that what this is all up for? Debate? You're suing for the period in 2024, but now she's trying to like get more information during the lawsuit phase, which it's like, how is that legal or right or fair? Like, again, she's trying to get everything. She thinks she can get everything. She's literally like Diddy.
Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get!
Well, guys, I'm fast forwarding because we had a whole stream with so many amazing guests, including Louis Leck of Nerd Report, Steph, the Alter Nerd, Zach Peter of No Filter Live. Oh my gosh, it was such a show. And we raised so far almost $7,000. Blows my mind. You guys are so amazing. Thank you for helping. This gives me so much more relief. Everyone in the chat asked me to up it to 20 because they're all telling me this could cost more. Just know all costs will go towards legal fees of this subpoena, as well as our documentary, It Ends with Justice, which we do need your help on. So you can support with the link. I'll put the link tree. The link tree will have all the links, ways to donate to the fund, the website. Our website also is where you can join. That's where you'll be able to watch It Ends with Justice, our documentary that I do feel like they're trying to shut down. Members can watch our production diaries, as well as our other show with Hate Megan, why does the world dislike her so much? It's a really well put together doc. I'm proud of it. And you'll get a sense of sort of how the docs come together and what you're looking for. You can also do the investor pack by there, get the investor pack, and you'll get your name in the documentary. Along as Where's the Intimacy Coordinator shirt, Nobody's Dragon shirt, so much other stuff you can find. Go through, check out the website, PopcornedPlanet.com. And you can also support us straightly here at the GiveSendGo.com/popcorned to donate to the legal fund. Guys, so grateful to you. Thank you so much. It's still coming in 6,810. My gosh, I'm so grateful. Let's see if we can cross 8,000 tonight as you're watching on the replay. Please keep it coming. The links will be down in the pinned comment. Just scroll down the comments. I'll pin the comments with the links that you need there to help. Please help us fight back. Don't let these bullies win. The rich and powerful should not be able to silence us and just get everything they want. They aren't providing their stuff. Why are they demanding us? This doesn't make any sense. The same outlets that they're working with help them all the time, but somehow we're the problem? Nuh-uh. Not on my watch. I will protect my sources always. Tune in tomorrow. Stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button. That's really also something you can do if you can't afford. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit the bell so you get those notifications. Smash that thumbs up as well and leave your comments down below. All of that helps tremendously. Share the campaign if you can't. Give. Thank you. And join us tomorrow. Me and Nate, the lawyer, will give you some more details about what's to come. Appreciate you guys so much. Louis Leck, Nerd Report, is next. Go support him. We're going to redirect you over there. Go give him some love, watch the show, and stay tuned for more here on Popcorn Planet.